The afternoon unfolded slowly, as if it had nowhere else to be. Sunlight drifted in through the cottage windows, resting on the walls and warming the wooden floor. Outside, the breeze ruffled through the leaves on the trees, but inside all was still. Roscoe looked up from where he was sitting at the table, turning a page in his monster truck book. "Bunnies," he said, "it feels like a good afternoon for somewhere quiet." Berry glanced over the top of his curly straw. "Quiet, quiet?" he asked. "Yes, the good sort," said Roscoe. That settled it. Coats were fetched and buttons fastened. Gus the Whiskers checked they had the library card safely tucked away, and Caratina slipped her little notebook into her bag again, just in case something wanted to be remembered. Soon enough, they were stepping out into the mild afternoon and setting off down the cobbled village lane. The village library sat at the corner of the square, a small stone building with wide windows and a blue door with a shiny brass handle. Inside, the air was cool and smelled faintly of paper and polish. Tracy Windleshanks looked up from the desk and smiled. "Hello, bunnies," she said. "Come in. You've picked a perfect afternoon for it." The bunnies took off their coats and hung them up on the pegs, and then meandered inside. The library was a familiar place of gentle sounds. The flutter of pages turning, the soft patter of paws on the rug, the quiet tick of the clock above the shelves. Sunlight lay in long rectangles across the floor, and dust motes floated lazily in the sunbeams. Roscoe wandered along the shelves, running his paw lightly over the spines. He was looking for the Monster Truck magazine, but was captivated by all the different books. So many stories, he said to himself, all waiting to unfold. Berry found a book about rivers and lakes, and settled into a low velvet-covered armchair by the window. Floyd chose one with pictures of boats and bridges. Gus the Whiskers picked a thick book on how to grow your own vegetables. Truffle Tips leafed through a history book all about the adventures of medieval knights in shining armour. Caratina sat at the long table, sketching scenes she remembered from the walk through the woods. After a while, Roscoe gathered everyone together in the reading nook. Cushions and beanbags were nudged closer, and downy friendship ears found their way into friendly paws. "Would you read to us?" asked Berry. Roscoe smiled. "I think I would." He opened the book slowly and began. The story was about a group of bunnies boating on the lake, one of their favourites. His voice was steady and warm, and the words drifted like the little wooden boat on the rippling water. Outside, the wind stirred the branches of the trees, but in the reading nook, the story held the bunnies gently in place. When the story ended, the bunnies sat for a brief moment, peaceful with thoughts of the breeze in the sails of the boat. "That was a good one," said Floyd at last. "Yes," said Caratina softly. "That picnic by the shore sounded lovely." They checked out their books at the desk, Tracy Windleshanks sliding the card away with a satisfied nod. "Take your time with them," she said. "Stories like to be enjoyed slowly." On the walk home, there was more than one tumblington a-rumbling. "Who would like to stop at Nash's bakery to pick up a treat to eat?" asked Roscoe. He'd been thinking of iced buns ever since they left the library. "Oh yes, let's. A Bakewell tart for me. Mine's a slice of sponge cake. Oh, perfect with a mug of tea." Back at the cottage, the bunnies took their cakes and freshly brewed tea into the sitting room. Books were opened again, and the bunnies became ever more absorbed as each page turned. Now and then, someone sighed contentedly. As the afternoon slipped toward evening, the light grew honeyed and low. One by one the books were set aside. Roscoe stretched and smiled. That was a very good way to spend a day. Friendship ears were held in downy paws. Thoughts drifted. The cottage breathed quietly around them. All was snug. All was well. Night-night.